How about now? I think we got it. Yeah, there's like a 10-step process I have to do here to stream, and I always forget one of those. Somebody was talking about Patreon. That's what I was talking about while nobody could hear me, is that the comment was about to subscribe to Patreon. I don't know how, I think it's Patreon. This is the game of the century. We really appreciate the donations. It goes further than we think. That it's very useful to us right now because we're not funded and we're all working for free, and we all need this to work. So even small amounts of money make a really big difference right now. So thank you. So I was doing some. Well, let me back up. We've had a really great week for wish lists. I think we're up to 47,000 right now. We're like every day is like bigger than the peak that we had started with before in the past. And in the meantime, we also did an update to CastleMiner Z Original on Steam. So if you want to go back and play that, most of it is bug fixes, but there was a lot of them. So and I want to thank the community for helping out with that. That was really great. But there's but anyways, if you go wish list the game, if you haven't done this already, I always say this on all the streams. I gotta say this before I'm obligated to say this before every stream is go wish list the game. That's the most important thing for you to do right now. Is the shirt I'm wearing available for purchase? Absolutely is. Here, let's go to the desktops here. First of all, wishlist the game. Go to CastleMinerZ.com. I'm going to throw that in the stream. 10,000 wishlists since the last stream. Yes, we've been killing it with the wishlist. You guys have really made an impact. We got to keep the momentum going. So wishlist the game. Tell your friends to wishlist the game. CastleMinerZ.com. Steam wishlist right here. Wishlist the game. You got to do it. So anyways, if you go to our website, CastleMinerZ.com, there's a merch tab here, and you can buy a lot of merch. I really got to recommend these embroidered hoodies. Like, they're just super high quality. But anyways, merch stuff here, you can totally get CastleMiner Z merch. I'll throw that directly up there. Anyways, go to our website. You can sign up for the beta, wishlist the game, wishlist the game, wishlist the game. Okay. How close is the beta? Man, I don't know. The thing I gotta say is that everything's going slower than we had anticipated, but we're doing a lot more than we had anticipated. Everything's turning out really, really good. So I don't want to kill the momentum there. Like, I don't want to use the zombies on the shirts and hoodies. That's a really good example. That's a really good idea. The new zombie on the shirts and hoodies would be really good. There is the old zombie is on some of the merch here. There's a phone case with the old zombie. I kind of like the old zombie, and there's like a girl's shirt here. You can buy it for your girlfriend. That has it. And then there's another. I think there's also a cool CastleMiner AI shirt that you can get on the merch thing, which is kind of an inside joke. Yeah. So, anyways, I don't want to rush it. I would rather have the game be something that we all are really proud of, and that it honors our child, all of our memories of it, versus something that we just crap out. So we're trying to do that. We're trying to take care in everything we do, and I think if you've watched the dev streams, you realize that there's like a lot of love and artistry oh yeah, digital DNA shirt. That's a good one. A Dana shirt. I should put one of those on there. That would be cool. Anyways, yeah. So we're putting a lot of love in the small details of the game, and it's coming along. We're still in this boring phase right now where it's boring for everybody else, not for us, is that we're getting networking running. And today we had the first game that connected to itself on Steam. So that was a big accomplishment. But it's not something that is visual you can see. But I was working on something earlier today that I wanted to do a dev stream of. So let me back up. I was I'm trying to shoot a new trailer for the game because there's a lot of things that are updated, like all the enemies in the old trailer are like not in the game anymore. And one of the things that we had, if you watched any of our videos, is our archers have this like stand-in like laser bolt that they shoot at people, and it looks ridiculous when it comes up in the trailers. So what I did today was I gave the archer a real arrow that he shoots, but as soon as I put it in, I noticed two things. One of them is that you can't see the arrow very good coming at you. And it would be so much cooler if it was like flaming with smoke coming off of it. And it was actually a little bit difficult to get the arrow in, but I actually think this part may be easier. I keep, like, Unreal isn't my big thing. So, like, it's not the platform that we have typically made games in. So I've always kind of struggled to do things. Like, I'm learning it as I go. So you can watch me struggle with it here. Thank you so much for the donation, Black Hood. I still hope they get new biomes. Yeah, if you have ideas for biomes, let me know. I would love to put that in. I'm your childhood hero. I appreciate that so much. I try to be an inspirational figure for you guys. An underwater biome. Yeah, that is something that we actually thought about doing. I kind of held off on that stuff, like especially big changes to the map. I was going to take half the map and turn it into an ocean and then put other stuff out there, but it was kind of distracting from getting to the beta because like when I do things, I always run into problems that require like, you know, other developers to come in and do things, and it ends up like creating more noise than it is. So I was trying to actually deliberately slow down on that stuff. What's it coded in? C++. Okay, let's take a look at this. So let's start with what we have and then move to where we're going. So the archer, if you haven't seen the archer in the game yet, he's pretty cool. He's turned into one of my favorite guys here. And there he is. He's shooting arrows. So he used to shoot these laser bolts, and I can actually fly. Whoops. I hit a random button. I don't know what I did there. Okay. So let's get him back up again, and I can... oh, what's the key for that? Oops, I hit the wrong key again. God. Okay, stop. This is already not going good. Okay. I don't know what the... yeah, here we go. The key is for that, but we can get behind him. We can see... it's pretty cool looking, actually. Oh, is he gonna run away? Or is he gonna? He's gonna shoot. I was trying to get him to shoot. Here we go. So, yeah. So I really thought it'd be cool if we turned this into like this cool flaming arrow. There's actually two parts to this. One of them is the arrow that flies through the air, which is what we're gonna do first, and then it's gonna be the arrow. Actually, three parts. The arrow that flies through the air is one thing that we have to change. The arrow that he holds, it's going to look weird if it's not flaming, so we'll have to figure out how to do that. I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. And then I actually kind of want it to stick into things, and I don't think we're going to get to that on the stream because I think I might need another one of the developers to get into that. Oh, thank you so much for the donations. Keep up the good work, Jay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Another one. Thanks for the memories. See, Trick the Smoker. Thanks for the memory. CMZ was me and my favorite's favorite. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's get to it. To sell this effect, we need fire, light, and smoke. So the first one is the fire and the light. We already have an example of that. It's the torch. So I'm going to just steal what we have on the torch right from it. So I'm going to pull up the blueprint here for the torch. And the torch light, torch fire medium, and the rest of the stuff is not stuff that's needed. So let's pull up our arrow and just see if we can get that running on here first, because that would actually be really easy to do. This is the arrow. Oh, and before we do any of this, I'm trying so hard to like stop drinking Coke, and I can't do it. I'm trying to get down to like 2 or 3 a day. I think this is my 4th. It's like a reward. Okay. Where were we? We were making something with arrows. That's right, arrows. Why can't I find this here? Top. Oh, it was in. I'm having trouble navigating our project, and it's funny because we're not even that far along yet that we would have these issues. Okay, this is the one I need. The arrow projectile. So I wonder if I could just copy and paste these. Copy. Paste. Oh, this is going to be so easy. Okay. Let's make sure that the light is close to the tip of the arrow. And this is really hard to see. Okay. This might end up being a short. I'm not going to jinx it. I was going to say I'm worried when it's like it's something I can't do, and then I'm worried also when it's something that's so easy to do that it's not going to be interesting to watch. So I'm going to put it just at the tip here. Actually, you know what I think I should do is put it like a little. So you have to worry because it'll cause a shadow if you. I'm a little bit worried about putting it inside the arrow, and I think it might end up causing a shadow. But let's just try that first. That's pretty easy. And somewhere around here, we should have our component on here to flicker it. And since we got this right here, let's also take the fire here, and we will copy that and put that onto. I really actually didn't think this would be this easy. Fire. Okay, and I'll put the fire here at the tip of the arrow. Let's just see, and this totally should go inside. Line this up really good. The light is a little bit too actually, we should just get this to be perfect. 0. Yeah, that's about as perfect as we're gonna get. Okay, the arrow is in a perfect location. Somebody, thank you for the donation, by the way. Energy drinks instead, you'll feel great. Somebody said something about turning the cast shadow off on the arrow. That's a good idea, except the arrows actually create shadow. That was the only way I saw it the first time around. It created shadows on the ground. So I'm not 100% sure I'm going to see this, but I'd like to see, like, this isn't a unusual thing to do with this. So with an effect like this, so like let's just see how this works. Okay, compile this, save that, and check that out. And let's run. I'm wondering if our light is flickery, which I have to look. I have a flicker component that we did in one of them. Why did I stop making games after CastleMiner's release? That is that's a really good question, and I can get into the story there. First of all, I didn't. I made several games after CastleMiner's release. You just never played them. We made CastleMiner in 2011, And the last game, actually, the last game I made was Digital DNA Zombies that came out in 2018, and Death Toll came out after that, which was a game that we took 2 years to make. Love it. I'd love to just reskin that game and release it again, because I think that maybe the way it looked was bad. I was actually when we did the live stream of Death Toll. By the way, you could play it. You can go to Steam and play Death Toll if you want. When we did the live stream of it, it was realized to us that it was actually really fun and well put together. It's a shame that nobody else thought so. Okay, so let's see. Let's do the same thing again. There we go. And the keys worked that time. I did not see any fire. First of all, let's make it dark. Okay, and I'm going to try to pause the game here when it happens. Okay, do it, dude. Oh, okay. So the light worked, but the flames did not, and that's a little bit disappointing. I have to figure out if there's some reason that it didn't turn those on, but the lights totally worked. This is our arrow, by the way. It's a really great arrow. We can look at it up really close. I should turn the... Got like feathers on the back and stuff, but anyways, it's one of his arrows from his quiver of arrows. It's a cool scene, like just for like Matrix style. Okay. And we see his eyes blinking from back there. Yeah, so let's figure out why the fire didn't work. Okay. Let's pull the arrow back up, and there is an effect here. I wonder if there's like an emitting flag or something that's not turned up. Somebody said here is, what's the legal ramification of utilizing the name CastleMiner Z? I think if you need to ask the question, you probably shouldn't be doing whatever you're doing. You know, there's a construction script. Let's see. This wasn't the part that I thought I would get stuck on, but of course you never anticipate what you're going to get stuck on, do you? Look here, what's the difference of the torch and the... see if we have an event graphed. Enable blueprint, yeah. Construction. I just want this to be on. Like, I just want it to... And this is one of the things that's hard with not knowing Unreal really well, because this is like probably a really simple problem that I should know how, but I don't. Okay. Would you recommend getting into game development? This is a good question. I never finished my story, but I'll get back to it. Yeah, I would, but do it as an indie. Like, don't work for the game industry. Game industry is horrible to work for. How many people are making a game? There's 4 of us. The game industry was kind of fun when I started working in it in the 90s, and it got progressively less and less fun. And I started the company in 2008. Will you add tracers to the arrow like embers and smoke? Yes, that's what we're going to do here. But the industry got kind of crappy to work for, and what I've heard is it's crappier and crappier. And these days, like, everybody's kind of out of work right now. Let me see. I've got to see if we're... Just really curious why this doesn't start. If there's I know there's a script here that turns them on and off. Begin play. Oh, turn off the effects when the item is on hand. The light will be turned off by the parent by detail. Oh, okay, here we go. Deactivate, activate. Oh, is that it? Okay, so let's try that. Okay, can I just copy this? I actually just want to copy both of these. And we'll go back to our torch and we'll say, if enable is the right. Paste. Nope. Here, wait a second. And we will say this to enable. This is me. Activate, sorry. Let's see if that fixes the problem. Set auto activate. Is there just a... Well, let's just try this first. I'm going to move this aside here and we will stop. I was warned about that. Okay. And I have no idea what you... This light is a little bright. Whoa, I'm going to reach into it's creepy. I was going to turn this light down just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so I crashed the editor. And so we're going to try this again. Let's fly. Come on. It was like the worst angle for that. Yeah, give me a good roar, and then this guy with the cloth, he just... Okay, I definitely didn't see fire. Oh god, it didn't. Okay. Let's see the arrow. Oh, there it is. There definitely is no fire on that. Okay, so let's go back to our... I wonder if it's saved after the crash. So that obviously didn't work. Where is the... We don't have the torch open anymore. This would be so much more interesting if I knew what I was doing. It's so funny to feel like I was saying like just earlier today that Unreal feels like a stick shift car to me, and I don't drive stick shift. So event begin play. I think that's what we need. Like it's like imagining if you just jumped into a stick shift car and you just started like shifting and hitting pedals and levers. Anyways, let's get into this. I'm gonna throw one of these in here and hope that it works. What does this say? Parent set item actor context. Activates the scene component. It's interesting to me because it says, I'm just wondering if there's just a way to activate it by detail. I just did not expect this to be the issue. I could go get another particle effect, but this one actually looks really good. So let's open the graph and let's add an event. What does it begin? Event begin play. Torch fire. And we will say activate. And let's, I'm wondering if it takes a while to warm up, because some of these effects have like a warm up flag. And, oh, that's interesting. There's no effect on that. NS Torchfire Medium. Let's just make sure that this is an interesting comment. Somebody said, making a game alone is like building a house on your own. You have to be the plumber, electrician, roofer, etc. You have to be animator, scripter, model. It's true. It's true. Today I was doing modeling. I'm going to be editing video. The whole point of this is I was going to capture some video for our trailer, so I got to go edit video later on. The first couple of games I made on the Xbox were all done by myself, so I did the music, the art, everything for them. So yeah, if you're going to be an indie, you have to be good at lots of different things. Anyways, let's see if this works. I'm kind of surprised. I'm wondering if I can just grab this guy here and then just fiddle with settings. See, there's a lot of network stuff that's been on there already. Oh, there we go. Let's auto activate. Okay, we got to make sure it's in the blueprint. So let's stop this. Ah! Very frustrating. I wonder if it's because I changed the blueprint while I was running. We're going to have, this is game development for you. So Somebody asked me. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Probably. I do the Q&As on Tuesdays. So let me, while this is loading, I'll go back to the original question of why I stopped making games. There was a whole bunch of reasons for this. So if you've watched the streams before, you've heard my stories. I started making games when I was 5 years old, and I did it essentially my entire life until it was like the 2000s, and it was finally a time when people could could actually see the games that you made. So I kind of feel like I was something I was like kind of born to do. Like there was no time in my life where I wasn't making games. And my father was a big part of that. Yeah, he taught me how to program when I was 5, and most of his friends were in the arcade industry in the 80s, and he was a big supporter of that. And in 2017, he died suddenly as we were finishing up Death Toll. And like that's not the reason. There was a bunch of other things that happened because during the exact same time period, I ended up getting divorced too. So like all within like a month of each other. And Death Toll was I think it was a bad name for the game because it was sort of poorly received. And I was exhausted. I was just completely exhausted from years and years and years of doing the same thing. And one of the hardest things to do is if you're dealing with the public, like the gaming people who play games, there's a lot of really mean people out there. So, it kind of goes, I think if you do anything that a lot of people see, you kind of just have to accept the fact that people are going to like be mean. And you kind of let it roll off you, but it like kind of builds up over time. So like at some point, there were a couple things that were difficult to deal with. I think aside from the stuff in my personal life, I think when we did the big update for CastleMiner Z, I think that there was like kind of a backlash from the community on that. So we wanted CastleMiner Z to be on Steam really, really bad from the very beginning. And I was saying this in the other streams. In those days, you would put your game on the Xbox because that was like the open platform, and you would hope that you would get to Steam. And we had a lot of challenges getting our game onto Steam. They rejected us twice. They sent us through the green light program in a really unfair way. And we finally got the game to Steam, and everybody just complained. So after the years of like trying to bring this to Steam, everybody complained. And we took all the complaints without getting upset or anything, and we went and we tried to address as many as possible of them with an update. And there was just like really people, all they did is just ask for more stuff. Nobody, the reviews didn't change, the sales didn't change, so it was like a very difficult thing to do. And I'm trying to think, we made Savage Lands after that, and then Death Toll was a passion project for me. I was a big fan of Battlefield. I think you played Battlefield on one of the streams before, and I wanted to make a game I was playing PUBG at the time, and I wanted to make a game that was sort of like my own version of that. And we came up with an interesting dynamic to it, and it just wasn't received well. And I think that all of that together, it was like there was sort of this like this thing where I just wanted to kind of give up on everything. I have 2 little girls, so around the time I got divorced, they were 2 and 4, and I wanted to spend more time with them. I had spent a really long time making games. The 10 years up to that point with Digital DNA Games, like I was literally working 7 days a week. This is the Switch right here. That's the one I was looking for. So we can just get rid of all this crap. Let's delete this script too, compile, save. So, like, I wanted to spend some time with my kids, and I wanted to be a different person for a chance. I had been doing the same thing since I was 5 years old. So I spent a long time. I spent a long time getting in really good shape, and doing a lot of things in life that I just kind of didn't get a chance to do up to that point because I was too busy making games. And we missed the arrow shot, but let's do it again. And we will try to sneak in here and turn it to night while I'm doing this. That's pretty good. I'm going to pause it when he shoots the next one. It's funny, I wasn't going to try to slip this in for the... I don't know why the pause, but my pause button's not working. I was going to try to slip this in for the video, but now I'm totally doing it because it looks awesome. Okay, totally not there. So all we're seeing is the light. Did the arrow activate? Can I just select it? Yeah. Oh, fire. Auto activates off. Did I put it on the wrong thing? Okay, let's stop. I think I was talking and I put it on the wrong. This is the one that needs it. Auto activate and it's off. So I guess when we, in the construction script, we will set, oh, yeah. We actually don't need this anymore though. Okay, my bad. Let's do it again. Yeah, so somebody's saying sparks and embers. Yeah, like we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's actually before we do this, like I don't want to keep having to change the light every time I do this. So let's turn it to nighttime, and we'll test these at night. Oh, it's gonna be harder to drop that guy. Where is he? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, and let's get behind him again. Whoa, there he goes. Whoa, God, that looks cool. And it did stick in him. I think there's a bug there, but like, we'll worry about that after the light's kind of adjusting. Oh yeah, check it out. Look at that. Wow. Okay, let's go back in our body and see what it looks like to get shot at with this. There's obviously, it's sticking into us. Oh, it is sticking into the ground. It's just not going away. Yeah. Pretty cool. What does it look like in the daytime? Okay, and so what we got to do here is we got to put a smoke trail on it. That's going to really sell this. Oh, there's a heat effect on it too. That's so cool. Man, it's good. It's good. Somebody said embers too. I like that idea. Yeah, shoot one more. Man, that is so cool. Okay. God, these are gonna be. You know, we got. Before I go any further, I gotta go underground and have them shoot one of me. I don't think this will actually happen in the game, but it's like too cool to not do. Let's turn on my light. Will be a good place to stage this. I've gotten to know these caves pretty. I've gotten to know these caves pretty good. Okay. Oh yeah, they light everything up. There's probably some way. There's like a little stretching that happens when it starts, but I bet there's a way to fix that. Yeah, let them go. Come on. I love it. It's rare that I see something and I'm like, that's totally good. Okay. What we got to do, I got to find the smoke effect, and I got to load another project to do that. So let me go here. It's going to take a couple seconds. So let me, I hope I saved that. Love it. Don't save, yeah. Well, add a hunger aspect. No, probably not, actually. How does it look from really far away, like an arc shot? I'm going to look at that. I just want to get the smoke in there first. The smoke is actually an easier thing to put in. But I have the sample project for the effects is in a separate file here. So because it interferes with our project. Oh, man. Oh, this is interesting. We've upgraded to UE6, 5.6 since then. So I guess I'm going to do an update and see what happens. This actually might take a while. So if you want questions answered, here's the time. This is a good time to do it. Let me back up through the conversation here. Also, hello on TikTok. Everybody who is here on TikTok, which is had lots of likes over there. I appreciate that. What's the game coded in? Okay, we're getting all the regular questions here. It's coded in C++ and Unreal. Well, you just saw some blueprints there. That was blueprints. Will it have avatars like the 360? No, it will not. Geez, let's hope that this project works. I don't remember these effects packs. We're going to have to revisit. We've done this on several streams where we go back and we shop for effects, and we're going to be doing it again. I don't remember which pack was which, and now that Are you going to have people test the game before it's out? Yes. As a matter of fact, it's a good thing that you're saying that. You can go to, I'm looking at the TikTok comments in here, you can go to CastleMinerZ.com and sign up for the beta. You can do that. But what you should do is wishlist the game. Wishlist the game is the most important thing you can do right now, so please go and wishlist the game on Steam. Steam wishlist, click add to your wishlist. Let's do it one more time. CastleMinerZ.com. Gonna throw it in the chat, and then Steam, and you can't see the screen. Okay. CastleMinerZ.com. Steam wishlist the game, or you can sign up for the beta, or you can do both, which would be great if you can do both of those. Pre-order button. Yeah, that would be great. I think we're not quite there yet, though. Did our project load? Let's see if our project loaded. Yes, here we go. So let's shop. Yeah, this is the one I wanted because I can think there's a couple effects that I know would work in here. The first one is the smoke effect that's on these things. I'm going to figure out how to get that in there, these trails. And then there's probably embers in here too that would work out. What's interesting to me is I don't know. It's like some of these, how do they look when you move them? That's actually a pretty good fire effect. Not as good as the one we have, but the embers is something we would add from this. So fire small 1, and see how the embers look on this one if we move it around. And they kind of bounce and stuff too. I don't like the drippy fire. Is there one that has that like... Yeah, I think this is the one that we want, fire small 1. It's weird that the embers fall, like when it moves. Like they float, but then they kind of fall when the thing moves away. We'll have to figure that out. Actually, how about like a really big one with glowy embers? We can just take the fire out of this. It's like way too much smoke, but we could just dial it back. Those are the embers I want though, like the floaty embers. Fire big 1. It's like it's some sort of... Yeah, so I think, let's see if any of these other ones. So I think we want to take the embers from fire big 1. And then maybe the smoke trail from shoot. I don't know, but I probably could use this whole effect without the fire and then just dial it back. Or maybe that smoke is too much. Fire small. This smoke is like not puffy enough to do it. It really needs to be this smoke effect. So what is this? Shoot grad 1 with, I should write this down. We're not going to use this one. And we'll use the embers from fire. I feel like I could probably just dial the smoke back in here and get... We'll do some experimenting. So fire big 1. These ones act so weird. It's weird. They're floating up in this cool way, but if you move them, I don't know why that is. They just drop to the ground. Like it seems like almost like a bug. Like you shouldn't move that one. Fire big 1 and shoot. What is it? Shoot grad 1. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to switch back to the editor when I do this. I probably could have both of these open at the same time. I wasn't running. That's interesting. Okay. So let me see if I can just open up another Unreal. CastleMinerZ.com. Wishlist the game. Wishlist the game. I have the worst memory in the world. I've totally forgot the two things I was looking for now. It was, I don't even remember. Fire big 1 and smoke. Good thing I got the editor still up. Let's see if, this will probably crash my whole computer. What was it? Shoot. I have the worst memory in the world. Shoot grad 1. Fire. You start to get familiar with these packs and stuff if you do enough effects. There was a popular sound effects pack that had gone around for, actually most movies and stuff were made from it. So many video games were made with the sound effect packs, and you just learned to recognize those sound effects. Okay, so this is in this one, yeah, and the Niagara effects are fire, fire, big fire 1, and then the other one was what? It was shoot grad 2. That's what we were looking for, right? Actually, it's kind of nice to have both of these open at the same time. Shoot grad 1. Okay. There was a shoot grad. Oh no, that's this one back there. We want shoot grad 1. Okay. Let's see. Shoot grad 1 and fire big 1. Okay, so let's start with this one. We're gonna duplicate this, and we'll call this I wonder if this should all just be one effect. It'll be fine. Let's just do it like this, and we can roll them up too. I don't know. There's a naming convention everybody uses with okay. And I'll move this back out to our props here. This is ridiculous. I have this with the lasers, but move here. Okay. Let's just get the smoke. Actually, no, let's get the embers going first, and then we can see what we have here with the smoke. So we gotta look at how this effect is broken down. And the easiest way to do this is to just pull the components out. Fire ground. Okay, so this is just smoke and embers. Already I don't like the emitter shape. Emitter location is a sphere with radius 10. Let's bring it down to a smaller radius. Actually, can we just change? I think we really want a point emitter for this. How about 1? God, I did a whole stream where we were doing this, and now I realize I don't. What's fire ground? Okay, we definitely don't want that. So let's just delete that. This is the heat effect. I don't think we want this because there's one on the torch already. I'll just leave it disabled. Refraction effect, I get it. Okay, the fire, we definitely don't want that. And this is probably like another form of fire. Yeah, so we can delete all that. And the smoke, debatable. We'll leave it disabled for that. I do not like the emitter shape. Oh, this is interesting. It's all a GP effect. Great. Does this really have an effect? Like if I change this to 100, 1,000, is it? Okay, how about 0.1? This is essentially like a point effect at this point. Emitter. Okay, I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay, let's just compile this and save it. And let's just throw it on the torch to see, as long as it, just to make sure it works. And we might not like it either, so let's bring up the projectile. No, yeah, sure. And God, I wonder how you do this. Like this is me driving the stick shift car. I'm gonna try to just like drag this onto here as a boom. Okay, totally works. Great. And let's make sure we auto activate this because we've learned that lesson. And let's compile, save. Let's just, and let's set the sky to night again. And let's give this a whirl and see if it works. As a developer, how much time per day do you think you put into the game? I'm working all day. I've always kind of been like this, and this is why it's hard. I work 7 days a week, and I work every moment that I'm not doing something else. Whoa, I got like a different role. This is so strange. That actually shouldn't happen. Wait a second. Am I confused? Or I just started at a different place? Yeah, oh, I just started at a different place. That really disturbed me because I thought, okay. And I would pause the game when he shoots me. Ooh, that might be a little too much. Maybe not. It's a little too much. You see it play out. It's definitely too big, and there's too many of them. It should be way more subtle than that. Shoot one again. Yeah, it's hilarious, dude. Shoot it again. Yeah, they're lasting way too long, and there's too many of them, and they're coming out of too big of an area. There should just be like a few of these. So, but all easy things to fix. So let's do that. So the first one is the spawn rate is probably about 10 times too much. There we go. And the lifetime of the particles is way too long. Should only be like a second or so. So let's see, particle initialize particle lifetime 1 to 5 minutes. I would say half a second to like a second and a half, maybe. Yeah, like that. I really don't like this sphere emitter. Let's put this back up high, and let's see if I could just, if I just remove the sphere emitter, do I get a, yeah, they come out of a point. That's what we want. Yeah, and then, okay, and we just want a lot less of them, 10. Okay, so let's compile. So this is actually the more subtle part of this effect, so we don't want it to overpower you. So let's try this again. The questions died out, so I don't know if I bored everybody or... Yeah, that's probably about right. They're too big. And they're coming out the back of the arrow. Okay. So, why are they so big? They look stupid. They get kind of orange. They're all starting off yellow. This is one of the problems. Okay. That might have been a bad choice to start with. Couple different problems here. One of them is that the things should be up at the fire. In fact, we could put this just under here and then set this to be 0, 0, 0. Okay. Okay, so that's the first problem. The other one is that I think the particles themselves are too big. So where's the size? 1 to 3. We're just zoomed way out here. I would say almost like 0.1 to 1, like little embers. 2, 1.5. Let's try this. Compile, save. Okay, let's go and do that again. Yeah, I agree. They kind of do look like fireflies. It's kind of stupid. Okay, shoot me with an arrow. He's kind of close here. Let's move away. Yeah, that's close. I hate it. I don't like how the embers look. I think it was a bad choice. I don't like how the embers look. They're not. This isn't selling me as embers, and I've seen better embers before. So let's go back to one of these effects packs. Well, in the meantime, let's get the smoke. The smoke will be easier to get. God, they didn't really. It's funny here. They're moving slower, but they're kind of big. Is there any? I'll look at a different pack. Okay, that was a failure. Yeah, somebody's saying take down the dispersion. I think they're starting off too fast. I actually think they should not have any velocity. I think that. Does the torch have embers? Let's look up that. Torch. What was it called? Medium torch flame. Oh, I'm in the wrong project here. Okay. Where is my other window? I thought the torch had. This one. Okay, this is and there's just not fire. I wonder if this would have been a better choice. But they don't have embers, which is interesting. None of them do. So let's take this, and it's so hard to do this with one window. Okay, torch fire tiny, no, torch fire small. Let's throw that onto scene root. Want it here. Attach. Okay. Let's just take these. Can I just disable this one? This is funny. the smaller fire may actually be better. And let's turn off this one. Where's the auto activate? No, we're trying, now we, yeah, let's just compile, save, let's run that. Come on, go away. Okay. I think it's just going to be a better, I think I'm going to let him just shoot one. Yeah, way better. Do it again. I'm going to pause it and take a look. Yeah, I see you there. Do it, do it, do it. Kill me! Do it! Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. Here we go. I dare you to. Okay. Oh, does it not? Does that one not blow with the wind? Oh no, no good. The other one did. There's probably a reason for that. Okay, let's switch that back. Let's go back to our, there's probably some better way to navigate these. Okay. Wait, I think we like just did 2 steps backwards. So let's go back to, lasers. It totally makes sense to me. Okay, so we're gonna, I want to see these side by side actually. They aren't much different from each other, but the medium one has heat effects and apparently moves. Well, it's not moving here, but okay, so yeah, let's just child all these to the lights, and then I can just zero everything out. No? Okay. No, actually, we want to take that back. We don't want to. This is so boring. Oh my God. We want to make sure that this is actually centered on the arrow. Actually, it doesn't look very good like that. Nope. Changed my mind. Centered it on the light. And zero it out. Okay. Like just in front of the arrow, it'll make it look like it's. And when it moves through the air, it'll go through. Okay, this torch fire small static. Oh, static. That's the reason why. Duh. Wait a second. Find reference. How do you do this? There's a find in content browser. Nope, that's not the one. Is it NS torch fire? This is the thing that irritates me about Unreal. I don't know. Oh, it's like a content browser inside of a content browser. Okay. NS torch fire. torch. Oh my god. Like NS torch fire small. Yeah, we don't. The static one was the one that didn't move. Okay. I feel like I gotta give it another shot. And we want it to be here. And we will turn this one off. And we'll start with the small one. And let's just give this a go. And let's just... I'm feeling a little guilty right now because I feel like I should be cutting a video instead of working on this, but it's got definitely something that's going to go in the game eventually. It's like a yeah, there's a little, that actually is the right effect, but there's a little these are sitting at my feet. Yeah, there's like a little F8. There we go. Is there two of them on there? Okay, we gotta fix that. Oh, there's gotta be some way to make these windows show up the right way. Okay. This one's still on here. Hey, this one's definitely got to go. Okay. This one is not active, and then the smoke is not active either. Okay. One more time, and then we're going to try to put the smoke trail in there. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, let's do it one more, and we'll pause and take a look at it. Yes, I don't think it gets better than that. I think that is totally perfect. Let's let that play out. Give me one more just so we could watch the whole thing. There seems to be some weirdness when it starts and ends, but I feel like I could probably get that to... Yeah, okay. Is everybody still here? Everybody got really quiet in the chat, and makes me wonder if I'm still online. Hello, everybody in TikTok. Do owners of the OG get it for free? No, absolutely not. That's ridiculous. I bought Battlefield in 2003. Why don't I get Battlefield 6? Especially the OGs bought it for like $1. They bought it for like $1 on the Xbox. It's like the Coke. It's like the price of like a Coke. You know, like. Okay, so yeah, let's fix this out. What was that smoke? The smoke we were gonna get. Let's put the smoke in first. Like the sparks seemed to. I thought that might be easier, but no. The smoke is in shoot. It's called shoot. Shoot grad 1. Shoot grad 1. Okay, yeah, that's it. Shoot grad 1. Let's see if we could steal the smoke out of there. Yeah. Let's go to shoot grad 1. Let's open that up. This is a different type of effect, so it's over here. Okay, back to our windows. Ooh. Okay, projectile has, this is all I want. I want to copy you. And I want to move you over to our torch smoke. And we will paste. Is that going to work? Oh, God. Thank you. I don't like this. That might have been a bad choice for this. It's going to take so much work to get it to do what we need it to do. Okay, let's just see. This is just like looking worse and worse. Why did it flash like that? Oh, because it's like a... That isn't gonna work for us. I wonder if we should go back to the fire effect. What was the... This might just be... Like, this is probably set up... Why does it do that? It's firing out these projectiles that... Like, this actually is exactly the smoke I want. I just don't want it to be attached to this projectile. I think there might be something about the structure of that that I don't understand. I guess I should probably understand that first. It's interesting that this one... Oh, there they are. Is this the same effect? This is crazy. It doesn't look anything like... I used this at one point too. That one's named wrong. Was that smoke effect somewhere else that we could use? I bet it's one of these. Oh wow, there's sparks, okay. Probably one of these would probably be a better choice. I'm surprised there just isn't smoke. Like, am I missing it? Oh, here we go. Smoke 5. Let's just start with that one. Or smoke 3. Yeah, smoke 3. Okay. Let's look for smoke 3. No. Let's go find it in the effects pack. Two types of smoke. Let's just copy them both. And go back to our torch smoke. And let's delete this and paste our new smokes in here. They look probably too big. Oh, one of them is like the ground. Yeah. Okay, delete this, turn off the sparks, keep the smoke. We don't want to edit that. Compile. Hope the game isn't running. Otherwise we're going to be this would look better. This would be more obvious in the daytime. Let's run this. Put the guy up here, get him to shoot at us. I'm missing the pause key. It's not obvious. God, I like that other smoke effect better. Come on, do it. Oh, I looked at the chat. One more time. Okay. It's definitely not obvious what if it's there. Is it not on or something? That's. Oh, we turned it off. Okay. Okay. There we go. There's our smoke. It's a little bit too much. So let's see. Let's just child this to the light 2, and we can make this be just 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I'm willing to give it a shot. Let's see. I do not see any smoke at all. God, this sucks. Yeah, there it is. It has to work. It has to be totally different. We need that the other smoke effect. It's just not a good choice for this. We never really tried this one, so let's just try it, I guess. Delete this. Oh, no, no, no. Undo. We do not want to do that. We want to go back to our torch smoke. Paste into here. And let's just see what this looks like. I have a hard time believing this is going to be good. This is 90%. This sucks. 90% of game development right here is that you pick some little thing and you iterate on it over and over and over again. There's always this saying, iterate endlessly. This is like the trick to making things good. I don't know why that's not, I don't even see any smoke at all. I should have let the arrow finish its thing. There's something about that effect that is not set up to work like this. It's not even visible. Let me just make sure I actually have it on. Torch smoke, is it activated? It is. I think there's something about, I really just thought I could steal that. Spawn rate. I think there's some problems with this. What happens if we just put that up really high and see what it looks like? At least we should see it as a... Actually, I'll turn the sparks back on because we know that the sparks we can see, so we should be able to see something. Yeah, okay. Just didn't have enough particles. It's too much, but do it again. We're gonna just pause. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I want to see it from the outside. Yeah, that's right. So it's just too big and too much. Yeah, that's okay. There's several little adjustments that we need to make for that. Let's stop this, go back to the smoke effect. Oh, it's over here. Turn off the sparks for now. Okay. Particles are starting off too big. That's the first thing. So probably less than this, probably 1.5. So smaller. They also should rise up. So how is it done in... velocity. No acceleration. I'm going to get this one to stop rising. Drag, acceleration force. Oh, that's actually probably it. 12, 10, 5. Twelve, 10, 50. Can I just copy? Oh, what did I just do? I added another one. Okay. Let's delete this. Twelve, 10, 50, and 100. I think the Z is the one that we're gonna. -10, -10. Particle lifetime. I think that's what. Else. .5 to 2, and the size will just reduce in half. 50 and 75. And I just think that the spawn rate, obviously that was way too much, so let's go 50 on the spawn rate. People hearing the Unreal Police, yeah. Like, invalid operation exception. Okay. Let's see where we are with that. This should be... And if this doesn't look good, I think I'm actually going to take a break here because I've been doing this longer than I thought I was going to do it. Ooh, that actually looks pretty good. Okay. Let's look at that one more time. I don't like that flash at the beginning of it. It starts off way too big. So, oh, this is so addicting now. We could tweak this thing all night long. Okay, one thing at a time. Size here is got to be like 1. No. I want it to start small and then grow. I think this is going to be 25 and 50. These are not growing as time goes on. It's this texture, isn't it? Oh no, this is a color curve. Okay, we could totally affect this. Like this is in our realm of things to correct. There's the color here. Yeah, and I just don't want this. No, no. Hey, drop that key. Yeah, okay, that fixes that. It's a little bit smaller. Let's compile, save, and run that. Let's get this window out of the way, get ready to pause it. Yeah, and you can just see we just need a bigger spawn rate and maybe a little darker smoke. Okay, so zoom that, yeah. Stop. Okay, let's go back to this. It's like we're doing this. This is for real here. Like this is like no show coding here. Like this is, you're seeing the real thing. So what we need is that emitter rate has to go up to back to 100. And the color, oh, that's an alpha fade, but this is the color that I think I want this to. Let's just go 0 black smoke. Oh, too much. What was it before? I was 0.5, so 0.25. A little darker. Okay. Compile, save. I wish there was a way to preview this that was easier than trying to get this guy to shoot at me every time. Okay. There we go. I can tell already. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And this should, the fire smoke should be kind of rising now from this, and it is. Okay. Do it again, bro. Do it again. I dare you. Do it! I'm here! Kill me! Yeah. Cool. Cool. Let's check it out at night. Where is all my settings? Okay. Do it. Do it. Don't despawn, just shoot. And I'd like to get one on his. Yeah. It's a subtle little effect, but I think it sells it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Good, 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 good. Okay, so let's get those sparks dialed in then. Let's go back to the torch smoke. I keep losing my windows here. And let's get different sparks. What were we looking at? We were going to get a different set of sparks. Some of these, I want embers that float up. These are like literally sparks. It's like very disappointing assortment of sparks here. I really think that these are probably the best ones. Let's just make those work for us. Like, I don't want sparks that fall. I don't feel like, and those are points, so that should be very similar looking to these close up, which are the ones we're, yeah, okay, that should work. We should be able to make that work for us. So let's go back to our, where's the, I've lost everything again. Okay. Where is it? I've spent half my time. There's got to be a way to, oh, I'm in the wrong project. Okay, let's turn the sparks back on. Turn the smoke off for a second to see them. And we get adjusted this rate. Let's double the rate. And the size was 0.1. So let's go 1, 2, and let's just see what that looks. We'll add the smoke back in. What's your problem here? I can turn that off. Okay, fix your whatever your issue is. The torch has this. We definitely don't want the refraction effect. And I'm happy with our smoke, so we'll drop those out. And what is this one? Is some sort of other crazy smoke, and we'll get rid of that. Okay. And I think we're going to end up copying these into their own version of the torch. So we should get the guy with some embers now. Let's close this. Let's change the weather back to night. Because that's when we'll see the embers show up the best. Let's run this. Has everybody wishlisted the game? CastleMinerZ.com. Go and wishlist the game. I just want to throw that out there since I've been doing this for a while. And let's just let him shoot at us once and see how it looks. God, it looks like the 4th of July. No, it's horrible. They don't look like that in the editor. They're too big. I'm almost ready to just drop them out because it's like not worth it. Okay. They're definitely too big. So let's start by that. And then let's get the color of their lifespan right. Okay. I don't want that many of them either. So less of them. 0.5 to 1, if not even smaller than that. Like here they don't, like, it's interesting because here they look kind of like they're supposed to. And then let's make sure the color is, yeah, color from curve, normalized age. Let's Let's make sure they're not lasting very long. That could be the other problem. No, it really isn't. Is it 0.5 to 1.5? Let's think about that. Yeah, that should be 1. Let's go 0.25. They just won't stick around that long. Compile, save, and let's run it. Is the motion wrong? Is that? No. They're just, I think, still too big. Actually, no. That's probably right. It's probably good. They're too fast. That's the problem. They're moving too fast. Yeah. Okay, let's try to fix that. Embers, it's probably acceleration force. Oh yeah, let's go 25, 50, drop them by. Add velocity. Let's take that off. Wish that there was a way to center this. Or makes them all corkscrew like that. I don't know if I like that either. It's probably this. Yeah. Okay, now I think they should live longer. 5 to 1.5. Let's just turn these off. Yeah, this starts to make more sense. Put the sphere emitter on. Yeah. Add velocity to them. No. But way too much. Let's reset these. This doesn't look very good. Well, it kind of has to look good. Can we put less of this on? Was it 0.1? And I think they're yellow for too long. Let's just these back. Yeah, let's save that. Okay, let's give that a shot. God, I haven't been. Thank you for being such an important part of my childhood. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's I always say it's the biggest compliment. That's what we do it for. Everybody wish list the game. Everybody go out and wish list the game. Help. This is what we're. Okay. Let's see it from how it's going to look being shot at first. Okay, pretty good. They're a little bright. I think they're actually moving the right way, though. I think that we just have to. There isn't really many of them in the air, but they are. For some reason, they show up when you see them. They show up like so. I'm tempted to just get rid of them. See what they look like from here. It's like there they actually look good. For some. There actually needs to be more of them. They need to be smaller. That's what it is. Let's try that. Oh, it's so hard to manage these windows. Okay. So the spawn rate, we're going to double these to 20. And then we're going to start the size. We're going to shrink the size in half, 0.25 to 0.5. Three. I think that just the subtle little things here are going to be a lot better. Actually 1 to 3, and we'll just make a lot of them. That's interesting when we move in and out. I wonder if that's a... Okay. I actually think that's going to be good. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I think I'm going to, either way, I'm probably going to stop after this, so. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna go with that. They look a little sparkly. When they're moving, they're actually fine. No, it looks like the 4th of July. Why are they sparkling? I actually just don't like them. I'm not sold on these. I almost think it's better to just turn it off. It's definitely distracting. What did I think about 7 Days to Die? Somebody asked me what I think about 7 Days to Die. I really think that, I think it was a really cool game, and I always said it was CastleMiner Z with a really, really big budget. It also came after CastleMiner Z and after we were really successful, so you can read into that if you want. I mean, to me, it was obviously like a derivative product. It was like somebody looked at, CastleMiner Z and said, like, okay, if we did this with a big budget, what would it look like? And they got a lot of money on a Kickstarter. So I mean, it was cool. It came after us, but to me, it was like big budget CastleMiner Z. But people can say what they want about it. We definitely shipped first. I can't remember what the year was, but I mean, 7 Days to Die. We shipped CastleMiner Z. It did really well on the Xbox. 7 Days to Die got a Kickstarter and then they got funded, I think like $3 million or something like that, and then they came out like a year later. Good execution on that. I mean, good for them. I think that that's sort of how art and game development works in general. Like everybody kind of builds on everybody else. So it's super cool to see that. I've only played it a little bit. I thought it was a cool game that had a lot in it. God, I'm so torn on whether I should keep those or not. I don't like how they sparkle every once in a while. Like it's like they're already kind of distracting, and see if I can figure out why that is. I'm having so much trouble with this viewer here. I was using Blender earlier today, and everybody has different controls. You know what? I wonder if I just knock them back a little bit. Like if I just... that's not the way to do it. Oh, they do a weird scaling. This is probably another issue. Yeah. I just want something small and subtle. They're getting too big. This is actually, let's see how that works. Like here they're gonna be, yeah. Okay, I gotta stop after this. Gotta take a break. God, I was gonna do a trailer tonight. It's gonna be a long night. Oh, it's the refraction that's making them sparkle. That's interesting. That's what's going on there. I'm going to leave it in and see if I like it. And then, okay, give me another one. I don't know if it takes away from the smoke. Let's see it from the outside. It is too uniform. Do it again. Do it again. Do it. Oh no, totally taking that out. Okay, I'm gonna okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna disable this for now until I find a better one. Save that, and then I'm gonna get going. Can you make voxel structures on the iPhone? We have it's in somebody's asking where I'm streaming. YouTube. I was streaming everywhere. Somebody's saying here we should. Oh, just talking about so many things at once. Okay, let me tie this up. Somebody's talking about we could be the next Kickstarter millionaire bonanza. Yeah, we have a Kickstarter that we haven't launched yet. I feel like when the time is right, we'll do that. We want a relatively, well, it depends on how you see it, like a relatively modest amount of money to finish the game. I'm hoping that the problem with Kickstarter is if you don't reach your goal, then you get nothing, and it's a big embarrassment. Not just embarrassment like hard feelings, but and then you go to for example, Microsoft, and you say I want to be on the Xbox, and they go no, because obviously nobody wants your game. So yeah, people are talking about magic of voxel. We have a voxel tool that runs in browser now, so we will. I'll send the links to that out at some point. Somebody's asking here. I'm looking at the TikTok questions, man. I have not been keeping up with this. There's 4 of us that are working on the game. This is CastleMiner. Let me flip back over to the logo screen. There we go. CastleMiner Resurrection. Come wishlist the game. I'm going to drop the link into the chats one more time. CastleMinerZ.com. We really need people to go out and wishlist the game. Somebody said here, Microsoft said nobody wants your game. They have not said that, first of all. But I'm not going to say anything until what happens. I just think that it's things that are obvious to us are not always obvious to other people. I guess that's the best way of saying that to people. Like I think that I think the game would do really good on Xbox. Unfortunately, Microsoft is they don't at some point they have to approve it. So that's we're going to wait for all of that to happen. Can I play this on PlayStation? Hopefully, if the game is successful on Steam, which is going to come out for first, then it'll be much, much easier for us to get the thing on Xbox. Somebody asked if this is a question that comes up all the time. Is the zombie audio in different movies? I don't remember where the zombie sound effect came from. I think it came from a sound effects pack that's like used in like lots of movies. There's a very, very famous sound effects pack that's used in lots of movies. It may have come from that. It definitely came from some sort of sound effects supply thing. So it wouldn't be surprising if you heard it in other places. A lot of people say we stole it from Doom or something like that. That's actually not true. We've never stolen anything from any game. But it is wouldn't be surprising if Doom got their sound effects from the same place that we did, because that happens from time to time. And usually when you work at a big studio, there's a sound effects guy that supports like every game in the studio, and they're very familiar with like those packs and stuff like that. So if you ask for a monster effect, like they would pull out of something that is established sound effects. Like if you ever see those old videos of people like standing in a room with a bunch of bells and wooden things and they're hitting things and making noises, like there's people that are really, really good at making sound effects. And in games, you just can't, like how would you make sound effects, right? Like you would have to, how would you go and do that? You'd have to either like physically make them yourself or sample animal noises and change them and stuff like that. It's a lot of work. So even AAA games rely on sound engineers who've done that already for you. So there's whole effects packs for just gunshots where people have spent all this time and money getting really good, getting a whole bunch of different guns and going into like the forest and inside of buildings and capturing one. Like you would never do that yourself as a game developer. That's just crazy. Like you're so much better off making a game than spending months doing it. Yeah, somebody said making mouth sounds. I also want to make a whole game with mouth sounds. That would be hilarious, like choo choo. But everybody uses sound effects packs. I think that I remember there was when CastleMiner Z lost on Steam, there was a video by a very famous YouTuber that accused us of like stealing sounds out of Doom. It was very mean spirited because everybody knows that's what that you use sound effects packs. Like it's somebody's asking if I can make a game mode where the AI gets more aggressive as the different nights. It actually does in the distance, I think. I don't remember. We had something like that where they got harder in the distance, but it actually made the game really, really difficult. Okay, cool. God, there's so many people on here. It is not out already, Q4 2025. It's going to come out to Steam first, but go wishlist the game. I'm going to say this one more time before I go. Go to CastleMinerZ.com, Steam wishlist, add it to your wishlist. Your support here is what we really need right now. We all got to work together to, like, if you're interested in this being a thing, like, this is the thing to do. It doesn't cost you anything. Go to Steam and wishlist the game. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna work on this. Like, I'm gonna button this up a little bit myself. I gotta shoot this trailer. I threw this in at the last second to shoot this trailer, so it's gonna be a long night. I'm gonna record a bunch of video and try to piece together. I love video editing, but not when it's rushed. I'm gonna piece together this thing. You gotta record some video and then put together a trailer. What's the target wish list number? We were hoping to get to 100,000 by the time the game launches. We're at 47,000 the last time I checked, and we got almost 10, I think it was over 10,000 the last week. So yeah, so everybody, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Like, tell your friends, spread the word, wish list, tell your friends to wish list. And we broke into the top 1,000 in the Steam DB top wish list, so that was cool. We're at like 800 and something now. So 100,000 is our internal goal, and I think it's reasonable, and we're halfway there. So keep doing it. Keep doing it. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I'll probably stream tomorrow night. We'll do more of a Q&A, or maybe more of this. I don't know. But I appreciate everybody dropping by. Thank you. Since a lot of people are new here, I'm going to dip out with the trailer.